23 minutes before 9 on this Monday morning. An alleged fake and disturbing video of a group of thugs bragging about stolen SASSA cards and the money they're looting from it has made the rounds on social media. Now, SASSA would, however, like to reassure the public that the matter is under investigation to verify the authenticity of the video and the claims made in it. Both SASSA and the South African Post Office say their systems have been developed to protect social grant beneficiaries. Let's take a look at the video first, and then we'll talk to Paseka Letsatsi, who is the spokesperson for SASSA. Have a look.
Ishaya nathi share mina 75 kwami Friday ngiyakhipha nje njalo kanje wengwane olibambi ngani ucingo kodwa Nkosi yami awubambi ngani phone kunini phone awubambi kunini
How's it, guys? So this is a type of SASSA fraud that's happening at the moment.
Okay, so there we go. That's the video that's doing its rounds. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Letsatsi. Good to have you on the program.
Good morning, Leanne, and good morning to the viewers as well.
The authenticity of this video, has it been determined? Is this a real video with regard to fraud at SASSA?
Look, Leanne, that video which has just been shown, it's very much disturbing. But we can safely say the matter has been handed over to the law enforcement agencies. And look, the investigation are at a very sensitive stage, and we hope and in fact we believe that those who are behind this particular scheme will be arrested very soon.
So how close are you to getting their identities?
Very, very, very close, Leanne. But what also is surprising is that why would a person commit a crime and make a video of it? But look, it will be very much premature of me to make a determination about the authenticity of the video. So what is important is for us to give the police a chance to be able to get to the bottom of the matter.
So you can't even tell us now if that is actually an authentic video or not?
No, we can't do that.
You can't confirm that?
Yeah, we can't confirm that, Leah.
Yeah, but when you look at something like that, it is very, very disturbing. It's a very big worry. Is there a chance that this is an inside job?
Look, we can't rule out anything, Leanne, but what is important as well is that for you to commit that particular kind of a crime, you would want definitely to be in collaboration with someone who works for the post office or SASSA. But look, we're not ruling out anything, but we are sure that once we make a breakthrough, we'll definitely be able to share the information with the public. But we also know that we have competing business interest on this matter, and we just want, we also very much suspicious of the fact that there are those people who would want to portray the cooperation, government-to-government cooperation between SASSA and the South African Post Office as a failure. But look, I think it's also important for us because we don't want to jeopardize the investigation, to give a chance to the police to do their work.
This is not the first time, though, that fraud has been committed at SASSA, and it's not the first time that we've heard about stories. I mean, in fact, there's stories doing the rounds all the time that there seems to be fraudulent activities where employees of SASSA are actually printing cards with the details of some people, and then they're withdrawing even though a PIN is not needed. So, you know, I'm not going to get involved in the investigation, but fraud is nothing new when it comes to SASSA, and that is unfortunate.
Look, Leanne, I think our view is that anywhere where money is involved, you'll have that particular fraudulent activities taking place. But we have tried to put a waterproof to make sure that we close certain things. Like, for an example, the issues of the biometrics, to make sure that whoever has access or whoever opened the system, to make sure that they process those cards, we can be able to trace it. Even in this case, we know that this is an IT-related matter. We can definitely assure you, Leanne, that whoever is within the organization or Sapo who has been opening the process or the program would be able to trace it to him. Look, they can try to hide, but it's a very easy thing to do. We'll definitely be able to trace them because our card are such that whoever has got the right to issue that particular card, load the money on it and so on, we can be able to trace them.
But there's been a case, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a gentleman that was leaving his pension in the card. And this case is currently underway right now. He left it for a few months. He then went to withdraw it, and there was nothing left there. And it was found that that money was withdrawn in another province, had nothing to do with him, and it's gone. And it's not the first time that something like this has happened. So again, I ask you my question, how safe are your systems? Because if this is happening without biometrics and everything else you're describing, that the money is just being withdrawn, how can this actually happen?
Look, there are various activities at play here. And yesterday, in KZN, there are guys who were arrested who are in collaboration with these particular syndicates. We know the modus operandi because what they do, they would want to tempt you as an employee of SASSA to be able to give them certain numbers and so on so that they can be able to process the system. We know about that particular case. It's not the only case. There are other case activities taking place all over the country, but we are happy that some of them were arrested yesterday.
Yeah. So there has been a little bit of a advancement towards that. But what about inside jobs? I mean, how secure are the monies when it comes to people that are working within SASSA? I know that you're saying that, yes, it becomes a little bit tempting, but that doesn't matter. The fraud is happening. So what are you doing to combat this?
Look, again, the intention here is that, and obviously what we know is that the more you try to tighten up the system, the more people to come up with creative activities to defraud you. There are certain systems between us and the South African Post Office which we have put in place. After especially this video came out, after a pensioner says, I stay in Mpumalanga, but my money was withdrawn in Cape Town, for an example. We have tried to make sure that through the service level agreement, together with the South African Post Office, we close those particular loopholes. But unfortunately, and me and you might understand that if you take 4 steps forward, a criminal will take 5 steps forward. But what we would want to do, especially the new system that we are rolling out all over the country now of the biometrics, we know that there might have been some slow pace of ensuring that it's rolled out, but we know that particular system will be able to identify each and every person who's tampering with our system.
What happens if a person is found to have been defrauded? What is the process?
There are processes which a person would always encourage beneficiaries to come to our office, go to the post office, to the police, just to do an affidavit. We are able to investigate and reimburse the beneficiaries, especially within a very short space of time. But what we do as well, because we don't want the beneficiaries to go home, empty-handed, there are certain processes which kick in, which we call a social relief of distress. Like, for example, you can be able to give a beneficiary something so that they can be able to take home with.
Okay, so there are ways and means that if you are found to have been defrauded and it wasn't due to your negligence.
Exactly.
Because I know that there are warnings all over the place. Keep your PIN, keep your card very, very safe, because you can fall victim to this very, very easily. However, if you keep it safe, it's fine. But what worries me is that money is being withdrawn without a PIN, and that is a worry.
It is a very serious worry, Leanne. That is why we are rolling out certain programs very soon to make sure that we just try to make sure that we close the system. But we also want to encourage the beneficiaries that they must make sure that they follow those particular processes, make sure that they are very much responsible with their cards and so on. But we will do our part as an organization to make sure that we protect the beneficiaries.
All right, keep us updated. Let us know what happens with these investigations. If in fact, as you say, you're close to making an arrest, we hope to hear very soon what that story is. And it's hard not to think it's an inside job, because all those cards, all that money, something like 75,000 Rand is what they say in this clip, that's doing it. And I mean, to get access to cards like that, I don't think a normal citizen can do that. That must be someone who has got a connection inside.
No, that's why we're saying, Leanne, we're not ruling out the fact that there is an inside job.
All right, let's leave it there. Paseka Letsatsi, he's the spokesperson of SASSA, talking to us about that alleged fake video that is doing the rounds on social media. Let's take a break. We've got more after this. Do stay tuned.